intensity is going to be relative to the person. All right. So this is where the goals, the stimulus goals come in for the workouts, where we're saying this workout we want it to take you between 11 and 15 minutes or whatever. And you need to customize it to make sure that you're in that window uncomfortably though. So if you're like cruising and you take 15 minutes and you could have taken 11 minutes, then we want you to push that. Or if you could have still kept it in that window with a little bit more weight or using the higher rep range or a less customized version of the workout, then we want you to do that. The example that I give in the write-up is if I have a 7-minute mile PR and she has a 5-minute mile PR and we both go run a 7-minute mile, that's me pushing intensity and her jogging alongside of me. Absolutely. Even though we ran the mile in the same amount of time, because she's capable of doing it so much faster, she didn't get as much out of that mile run as I did. And similarly, an example that I'll use a lot is people will be like, oh my gosh, I worked out for 2 hours today. And it's like, what did you do? And it's like, well, 2 hours is a little extreme. Let's say I worked out for 45 minutes today. I went for a 45-minute jog. And it's like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. How far did you go? And they're like, I went 2 miles. So they were just like really walking/jogging. And this is somebody that might be capable of holding a much higher pace versus somebody's like, oh, my workout it wasn't long enough today. Like it was only 20 minutes or it was only, let's say 15 minutes. What'd you do? I ran a 5K and you're like, oh my gosh, you ran a 15-minute 5K?
Brian.
You can see that time does not determine the effort that's going into it. Time is one component, but that shouldn't be determining how effective your training is. Your training should be what you're putting into it, not how long it took you to do it.